It's funny because I never pursued this, really. It was something that found me. And I'm kind of blessed that way. When I was kind of thinking about what I want to do with my life, I was like, yeah, like how fortunate I am that I can find a line of work that found me. That it feels like it's like my calling.
For many years,
Imagine being just a little kid, barely 10 years old, standing in front of the whole world as everyone cheers your name, your face plastered on posters and magazines from New York to Tokyo. For a moment, it feels like pure magic, like the kind of dream every child has. But what happens when that spotlight never turns off, when the laughter fades and the weight of expectations starts crushing down year after year? Today, we're diving deep into the life of Macaulay Culkin, the boy who defined a generation with Home Alone, only to face unimaginable challenges that tested his spirit in ways most of us could never imagine. And just when it seemed like he had finally found peace, heartbreaking news struck that reminded everyone how fragile even the strongest comebacks can be. Stick around as we uncover the real story behind the smiles, the struggles, and the resilience that continues to inspire millions. Macaulay Culkin was born on August 26, 1980, in New York City, the third of 7 children in a family that often struggled to make ends meet. Growing up in a cramped apartment in Manhattan's Yorkville neighborhood, space was tight and resources were even tighter. His parents, Kit Culkin and Patricia Brentrup, navigated financial hardships while raising a large household. Kit, who had his own background in acting, saw potential in his son early on and became deeply involved in guiding his career. From a young age, Macaulay was auditioning, rehearsing, and performing, often missing out on the carefree playtime that defines most childhoods. He appeared in stage productions and small roles, showing a natural talent that quickly caught attention. Roles in films like Rocket Gibraltar and Uncle Buck paved the way, but nothing could prepare him for what came next. In 1990, at just 9 years old, Macaulay landed the role of Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. The movie exploded into a global phenomenon, becoming one of the highest-grossing comedies of all time. Audiences fell in love with his wide-eyed expressions, clever traps, and that unforgettable mix of vulnerability and bravery. Suddenly, Macaulay was a superstar. Merchandise, interviews, and public appearances flooded his life. The success brought financial security to his family, but it also introduced intense pressures. As the primary earner, the young boy carried responsibilities far beyond his years. His days shifted from school and play to long hours on set, travel, and maintaining a public image. While other kids rode bikes with friends, Macaulay was learning lines and facing the demands of fame. The joy of performing was real, but it came wrapped in expectations that no child should have to shoulder alone. As his fame skyrocketed with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York and other hits like My Girl, the family dynamics grew more complicated. Reports and later statements from Macaulay himself described a challenging home environment where his father's ambitions and management style created tension. Macaulay has spoken openly about feeling controlled and the emotional strain it placed on him. In his mid-teens, he made the bold decision to seek legal independence regarding his finances, a rare step for someone so young. This move highlighted the difficulties many child stars face when success outpaces emotional readiness. The spotlight also amplified personal losses. The passing of his sister Dakota in a tragic accident in 2008 was devastating, compounding earlier family grief. These moments left deep marks, shaping how he viewed life, relationships, and his place in the industry. Through his teenage years and into early adulthood, Macaulay stepped back from the relentless pace of Hollywood. He wanted space to experience normalcy, going to parties, forming friendships, and figuring out who he was beyond Kevin McAllister. There were public struggles, including a 2004 arrest involving marijuana and prescription medication that made headlines and fueled tabloid speculation. Macaulay has addressed these periods candidly in interviews, emphasizing that while he experimented during tough times, exaggerated stories painted a far more dramatic picture than reality. He worked to distance himself from the chaos, focusing on personal growth rather than chasing constant fame. This period of stepping away wasn't about quitting. It was about survival and rediscovering joy on his own terms. One of the most discussed aspects of his younger years was his friendship with Michael Jackson. The two connected after Macaulay's early success, bonding over shared experiences of childhood fame and its isolating effects. Macaulay has consistently described their time together as innocent and fun, playing games, visiting Neverland Ranch, and enjoying simple pleasures like amusement rides and movies that he missed out on during his work-heavy childhood. He has repeatedly defended the nature of their relationship in public statements and court contexts, stating nothing inappropriate occurred and expressing frustration at how media narratives twisted their bond. This friendship highlighted the unique understanding between two people who knew the double-edged sword of early stardom better than most. In the 2000s, Macaulay began a thoughtful return to acting, choosing projects that appealed to him creatively rather than blockbuster expectations. Films like Party Monster and Saved showcased a willingness to explore darker, more complex characters, proving his range extended far beyond child comedy. He also ventured into other creative outlets, including music with the Pizza Underground, blending humor and performance in unconventional ways. Personal life brought new chapters too. After an early marriage to Rachel Miner that ended in divorce, he entered a long relationship with Mila Kunis. Later, he found lasting partnership with actress Brenda Song, whom he met while working on a project. Together, they welcomed two sons, Dakota, named in loving memory of his late sister, and Carson. Fatherhood became a transformative force, allowing Macaulay to create the supportive, affectionate family environment he had longed for growing up. He has shared heartfelt moments about reading to his kids, playing, and ensuring they feel proud and secure. Recent years have shown a balanced resurgence. Macaulay has taken on roles in American Horror Story, The Righteous Gemstones, and voiced a character in Zootopia 2, alongside Brenda. His appearances demonstrate a selective approach, prioritizing quality and enjoyment over relentless output. In early 2026, he returned to the Golden Globes after 35 years, presenting an award to warm applause and reflecting on how surreal it felt to be back in that setting outside the holiday season. He expressed genuine emotion at the welcome, a testament to his enduring connection with audiences. Life seemed steadier, focused on family, selective work, and privacy. Yet, in January 2026, genuinely heartbreaking news arrived that touched Macaulay deeply. The passing of Catherine O'Hara, his beloved Home Alone mom, brought a wave of sorrow. Catherine had been a warm, maternal presence during filming, and their on-screen chemistry translated into real affection off-camera. Macaulay shared a touching tribute, noting he thought they had more time and expressing the profound impact she had on his life and career. This loss served as a poignant reminder of how the people who shape our early journeys leave lasting imprints, even decades later. For someone who has rebuilt his life with care and intention, it underscored the importance of cherishing connections amid life's unpredictability. Fans rallied with support, sharing their own memories of the film that united generations. Despite such moments of grief, Macaulay's story is ultimately one of resilience. He has spoken about learning to set boundaries, prioritize mental health, and find fulfillment beyond fame. His relationship with Brenda and their sons represents a full-circle moment, building stability and love where it was once scarce. He continues to engage with projects that spark joy, attends events like fashion shows, and maintains a low-key presence that feels authentic. Public interest remains high, but he navigates it with the wisdom earned through hard lessons. His journey reminds us that child stardom carries unique burdens, yet with support, time, and self-reflection, healing and growth are possible. Looking back, Macaulay Culkin's path from the cramped apartment to global icon, through personal trials and back to family man, offers powerful insights. He never sought the intense fame that found him, but he has learned to live with its legacy on his terms. The Home Alone films still air every holiday, introducing Kevin to new generations of kids who laugh at the traps and root for the resourceful boy. Macaulay has said he enjoys that his own children are discovering the movies naturally, without immediately connecting the dots to their dad. It's a sweet, protective layer in his parenting approach. His experiences highlight broader conversations about protecting young performers, ensuring their earnings and well-being are safeguarded, and allowing space for normal development amid extraordinary circumstances. In interviews over the years, Macaulay has emphasized personal agency, choosing when to work, how to parent, and what stories to tell. He acknowledges the privileges fame brought but doesn't shy away from its costs. Substance-related rumors and tabloid scrutiny taught him the importance of authenticity and ignoring noise. Today, at 45, he appears grounded, often sharing light-hearted glimpses into family life or creative pursuits. His story encourages empathy for those in the public eye, recognizing that behind the headlines are real people navigating universal human challenges like loss, identity, and purpose. The recent loss of Catherine O'Hara adds another layer of reflection, prompting many to revisit the films and appreciate the collaborative magic that made them timeless. What stands out most is Macaulay's quiet strength. He didn't chase endless sequels or reinvention for relevance. Instead, he built a life rooted in what matters most to him. His advocacy for personal boundaries and family focus resonates in an era where social media amplifies every moment. Fans continue to celebrate his milestones, from Hollywood Walk of Fame honors to new projects, seeing him as a survivor who turned childhood pressure into adult wisdom. As he moves forward, balancing fatherhood, partnership, and selective acting, his narrative serves as both cautionary tale and beacon of hope for anyone facing overwhelming circumstances. The entertainment industry has evolved since Macaulay's peak, with greater awareness around child labor laws, mental health resources, and financial protections for young talents. His case contributed to those discussions, even if indirectly. By speaking selectively about his experiences, he helps illuminate paths forward for others. Meanwhile, his enduring popularity proves that genuine talent and relatability transcend trends. Home Alone remains a cultural touchstone, evoking nostalgia and laughter across ages. Macaulay's willingness to let it live on without overshadowing his present shows maturity many in his position struggle to achieve. As we reflect on this remarkable life, it's clear that while fame brought both gifts and burdens, Macaulay Culkin has chosen growth over grievance. The heartbreaking news of losing a cherished co-star like Catherine O'Hara reminds us of life's impermanence, yet it also celebrates the bonds formed along the way. His story invites us to appreciate our own families, pursue passions mindfully, and offer compassion to those whose journeys look different from the outside. Whether revisiting classic films or following his current endeavors, audiences find inspiration in his resilience. Macaulay's path teaches that it's possible to step out of the shadow of early success and craft a fulfilling chapter defined by love, creativity, and peace. Thank you for joining this exploration of Macaulay Culkin's journey. His story is far from over, and it continues to evolve with honesty and heart. If it resonated with you, share your thoughts below. What's your favorite memory of his work, or what lessons do you draw from his experiences? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more thoughtful looks at the lives behind the legends. Until next time, take care of yourselves and the people who matter most.